Quick question for you. Why did Napoleon, a short, broke Corsican kid with a heavy accent who got bullied, how come that he managed to rise to power and rule Europe? Or that thousands of people lined up to hear Steve Jobs introduce the iPhone for the first time? It's the same reason why any successful leader is successful at what they do. And that is communication. If your life isn't where you want it to be, despite you having knowledge, despite you being ambitious, you're hardworking, you're improving yourself, it might just be that you have everything in place except the one skill that brings everything together and gives you an unfair advantage over 99% of people. And now you might be thinking, oh, but Felix, why are you talking about leadership? I'm not a leader. I'm a broke 19-year-old kid. And the reason I talk about leadership and communication here together is that if you want to succeed in life, if you truly want to succeed, you want to have the impact you want to have, you want to live the life that you have visions of, you have to start seeing yourself as a leader. Because you are. No matter if you are the young broke kid who really doesn't have that much going for you. No matter your situation in life, you have to have the mindset of a leader. Even starting a conversation or moving a conversation forward, working in sales, working in customer service, working with other people, you have to lead the conversations. You have to influence other people. And when you influence other people, you lead them from point A to point B. This is what a leader is about. And to be honest, you don't see yourself in the future just being at the low bottom of the food chain. In the future, you definitely have visions of being a leader, being a CEO, being an entrepreneur, being the leader of your family. Right? You're more ambitious than just being just a little cog in the whole cogwheel, in the whole machine. And this is why the faster you can develop this mindset of leadership and of communication skills of a leader, the faster you will first of all get to your goals, and the better you will feel, the more results you will have in every area of your life, in your relationships, in your career, in your business, anything you want to accomplish. So now let's get in to the four habits of every successful leader. And I want to start by saying that Napoleon, he was said to have the words of 40,000 men. His words were so powerful because they rallied people. He was a dealer of hope. He gave hope to his tired men. He made tired men, unmotivated men, energetic, wanting to fight for the country and succeed in war. And that is why he is the greatest general of all time. He is the greatest. He is the GOAT. Because he had the communication skills of a leader. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to do when you speak as a leader or you want to have effective communication is keeping it simple. And the reason this might sound very simple to be effective, but being simple is the key. The point of communication is to get your message across to the other person. You're transferring your knowledge. You're transferring your vision of the future, of what you want the other person to believe. And in order for that to happen, you have to keep it simple. You have to keep it absorbable. People have to understand you. So the more simple you can make it, the more people will be able to understand and absorb it. This is the rule. This is the first rule. And if you take anything from this video, let it be this. That keep your message, keep your speaking, just make it simple. Articulate your thoughts in a simple way. Become a clear thinker so you can actually think from first principles and deliver your message in this simple way. The second point is being concise. Once you give a simple message, you don't want to yap on for way too long, give 200% more information that is necessary. No, you want to keep it concise. You want to save the other person's time and yours as well. Time is money. We have to be concise. And especially if you want to communicate effectively, the goal is for the other person to take something from what you're saying. You want them to take action. You want them to learn something. You want them to get influenced by you. And the best way to make sure that happens is keeping it simple and then keeping it concise. Cut out all the fluff. Most people who learn to speak a little bit or like speaking, they yap on way too much. And you might be a person who is maybe more on the shy side. You don't like talking too much. You speak with a low volume. You speak maybe in a monotone way. English, if you want to speak English, it might not be your first language. So you might have an accent, just like Napoleon did, by the way. But then on the other side, there are people who are just yapping on, giving way too much information, wasting everyone's time. No one cares about your bullshit that you want to share with us, okay? So keep it concise. And it might sound like I'm beating a dead horse here and I'm not being concise in my speech when I talk about these things. But I want to repeat these things to you. I want to say these in a couple of different ways so you can really internalize this. So you can really take something out of this video. And that is why I always tell you, take those notes, right? If you haven't already, take some notes. It could be on paper or it could be on your phone, but take some notes. Put a reminder for yourself to remember to apply these things. To apply in your next conversation. Take one thing, for example, being more simple. How can I say this in a more simple way? Or how can I, in my next email, how can I be more concise? Can I say this in with 50% of the words that I normally do? All right, simple, concise, and then we get to the third point, which is it's more of a mindset than a skill. It's more of a belief than anything else, and that is speaking with certainty. If you think about history, all the great leaders that changed the world, that got people rallied, that did something great, they spoke with certainty. I think the best example is Jesus. Think how hard it is to sell a religion. Think how hard it is to preach to people about you should sell everything. You should give up your life. Follow me. Live as a broke man for the rest of your life. Follow me and you will get to heaven. You have to have full conviction, full certainty in what you're saying to be able to sell that. That is the hardest thing to sell a religion. So next time you do anything, you have a conversation with someone, there's something you want to teach other people, or you might be working in sales and you want to sell your vision, you want to sell your product. Think about selling and speaking with conviction. How can you communicate with so much conviction that the other people starts to doubt what they've thought to be true? And Churchill, think about Churchill during the Second World War. The Nazis are coming, they are blitzkrieging UK, everything is going down, it's the end of the world. Everyone is scared of their life. But Churchill, one man spoke on the radio. We'll fight on the beaches, we'll fight on the grounds, in the streets, and we will never surrender. We will fight for our island. He spoke with so much conviction that he rallied a nation. And he saved the world from the Third Reich. Like Adolf wanted the Lebensraum, right? He came in with speed, with power, with aggressiveness. And it was almost the end of the whole world. but just with the words, just with the conviction, and we will get through this. If you're going through hell, keep on going. He inspired everyone. And that goes into the fourth point, which all great leaders do. And that is speaking with energy. If you want to inspire people, you want to get people rallied up. Okay, it's good that you speak in a simple way. You speak in a way that people understand. You are concise. And you are certain about what you're saying. But the last missing piece, which you can hear right now in my voice, is energy. You want to have energy. You want to have passion when you speak. Speak with fire. Speak like you mean it. Speak like what you're saying is the most important thing in the world. When I make these videos, or when I have a speech, or when I'm selling in my sales job, I always have this on the forefront of my mind. What I'm about to say next, this is the most important thing in the world, and if you follow what I say, I promise you, this will change your life. This will change the world. When you have this mindset that you're saying important things, you're automatically going to project your voice. You're going to speak in a louder way because everyone needs to hear this. I have conviction in what I'm saying, and it's unbelievable. You have to hear this. Listen, you just have to take action on the things that I'm saying. Speak with energy. So to recap everything, do these 4 things. These are the traits of the best leaders. And the best leaders are the best communicators in the world. Show me one great leader and I'll show you some great communication skills. So be simple, be concise, speak with certainty, and speak with energy. Hope you found value from this. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Have a fantastic rest of your day, okay? Don't just have a good or great rest of your day. Have a fantastic rest of your day.